it's just frustrating because you look at that game, right? It's like you don't drop that punt, right? You clean up some of those penalties. You convert in 4th and goal, 3rd and goal range. And it almost feels like that game goes in a completely different direction just off a couple plays. I mean, you can look at the grand scheme. We were down the whole game, but it's because you stack all these mistakes, one on top of the other, over the other, and this team can't get out of its own way. That's the most frustrating part, because it's not like, it doesn't even feel like these teams are beating us.
No,
it's like
we're helping them.
We're beating ourselves.
That's
the shit that fucking pisses me off, because I'm like, bro, how are we gonna be legit contenders if we can't just be the best version of ourselves ever? Because injuries, you can't really blame injuries at this point.
Nope.
No Chubb, no Phillips, okay, whatever. But I don't think that's like the big problem with this team right now.
Nope,
it's
not.
It's so many other glaring issues outside of personnel. And it's frustrating because, I mean, we have a chance, but like you said, it doesn't feel great. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Tranquilo Sports episode. It is, week 14? 15?
I thought it was like 12.
12? 13?
It might be 13. I think it's 13. We're going currently week 13 going into 14.
Going into 14. So week 14, the football season's flying, and unfortunately, we are not celebrating after a great Thanksgiving, but outside of the Dolphins game,
could have been better.
It was a depressing Thanksgiving night, to say the least.
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was tough because it almost felt over the 5th play of the game, the fumble,
pretty much,
punt. It was just at that point, it was like, these guys are just gonna. It's just gonna happen again? Like it's just gonna be like, okay, these guys. And then even when they score, we're on offense, and we got like 3 penalties on the first drive. I was like, oh, these guys. Like it was like so unserious.
Yeah.
It was like, it's like, oh my God, like here we go again, prime time again, and we're flat. We look pretty terrible in that first half, and then the second half comes, and we pick it up a bit. We have a chance. We're on the 1-yard line to cut it to a 1-score game. And we can't score from the 1-yard line, and then it opens the floodgates. They score again. And at that point, it's pretty much over. Even with the late touchdown we scored, it was just one of those games. It's like, dude, like it's just like this team.
It's the same old shit.
We go on a nice run, and it's like, oh nope, they all the narratives that we can't play in the snow. Yep, we can't play in the snow. We can't do it. We can't play late in the season, and it sucks because we got off to such a bad start with a Tua injury. And Tua still played well. I mean, he had a few bad misses. It wasn't his best game.
He had one bad drive, I would say.
The one to end the half that we had a chance to really cut it to 1 score at halftime was his worst drive. I mean, he missed. It was Waddle and A-Chain, both of them wide open, that we could have capitalized. And at that point, at least you're feeling a bit better. You're like, all right, we didn't have a great half, but we're only down 1 score. To then they go and kick a field goal, and it's like, okay, now we're down 3 scores.
Yeah.
So
and then you go 3 and out.
I guess if you go
3 and out to start the second half too.
Exactly. So it was just one of those games that is just like, it kind of like culminates in the or not culminates. What's the word that I'm looking for? Pretty much like describes the entire season as a whole. It's like we got our hopes up and then boom, it just came crashing down again. I mean, technically, again, we're still not technically
it's
out
not
of
the
it.
end of the world of a loss,
It's not, but
considering
it
it's an
feels like
NFC loss. Yeah, no,
But it feels like
it's
it
a bad
because
loss, no matter how you
The momentum
put
has
it.
been crushed, and everyone we needed to lose yesterday won, and then now we're just kind of hoping the Browns pull off a miracle to really keep it there. But the Chargers kind of took a big jump on us. I mean, the Ravens, I guess, are still technically right there, but
Yeah.
we're still, 2.5 from them.
There's a lot of football left, and a lot of guys still got to play each other. So, I mean, there's still definitely a chance.
Oh, no.
What happened? Browns didn't score. Broncos scored. What happened?
The Browns were driving, and Jameis just threw a pick six.
Jameis. Typical Jameis.
A 71-yard pick six. So,
Normal
yeah,
Jameis
it's looking like we're going to
things.
be 3 games back from the Broncos with, 5, 6 to go, and it just doesn't feel like it's
Yeah, it
gonna
doesn't
happen.
feel like
I mean,
destiny.
because it doesn't feel like, one, we can even run the table, right? We've got a winnable game against the Jets, but
I think we can run the table.
I don't know. Can we?
I think so.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
I think it's more about the opponents we play rather than the team. I mean, even if we're not playing at a super high level, no one that we play in the remainder of the schedule is playing at a high level right now.
Yes, but the Texans are still, decent.
No,
right?
I'm
And
nothing to take away from
on the
them.
road, them coming off a bye week. Right?
100%.
That's a tough one. The Niners, I feel better about. I mean, they unfortunately just lost McCaffrey again,
Right.
and they look like a team that's kind of fallen off. I mean, they have big time. But then the game that actually weirdly scares me the most is
this
the
weekend?
Browns. No, it's the
Oh,
Browns.
the Browns.
Because we got to go play them Sunday night in the freezing cold. It's going to snow that game. Well, there goes that. I mean,
Yeah.
at that point,
And
this
Jets-
week's
Jets
kind
week
of weird.
18 in the
Jets,
cold,
they
too.
stink. But it would be so us to lose to the Jets at home and just to completely knock us out of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. No,
So-
you lose this week, it's over.
But it's the worst part is that it's not only that, even let's say we hypothetically run the table, we still need
help.
help by the Broncos losing 3 games now. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, look. At the end of the day,
It's not ideal.
we control our destiny in terms of we said the worst that we could afford was 1 loss. We got the 1 loss out of our system.
Too early. We got it out too early is what we did.
And we can go run the table, and then it's going to take some help to come. I mean, Chargers, Broncos play each other. Colts, I'm not really too worried about. I don't think they're a team to really worry about. Ravens, what's going to happen there? I think they'll get in, obviously.
I think they'll get in.
But, I mean, they're not playing great right now, and they're strung a couple losses the last couple weeks. So, I mean, a lot can still happen. We've seen crazier things happen.
We have.
We've seen
but
crazier
it's just,
things happen.
It feels so bad. It feels like it just doesn't feel like destiny. It really doesn't.
I want to go a little bit more into that Packers game.
Yeah.
Because I think it speaks a lot to this team in specific, where we saw it in the beginning of the season, right? We've spoken about it multiple times throughout the season, complementary football.
Yeah.
These guys can never string together 4 quarters of complementary football.
so bad,
It's
yeah.
always something, right?
Yeah.
And in this game, it was a mix of bad turnover on the punt, a ton of penalties,
Ton of penalties.
Ton of them. And then defense doesn't play great in the first half, plays well in the second half. Offense plays well in the second half, but doesn't convert in moments when you need them to convert.
Yeah.
And it's just, we get away with it when we're playing a Patriots team.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whoever, a Patriots, I can't even remember.
Raiders,
yeah, exactly. Teams like that where you can get away with almost not playing your best football, and it gets kind of buried under the rug. Can't bury that under the rug when you're playing a Packers or you're playing a Cardinals or you're playing, a Chiefs, Bills, whoever it may be, because they take advantage of your mistakes. And it seems to be a common theme with this team that they make too many mistakes and good teams take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And that's the word. It's undisciplined. And I'm a believer in Mike McDaniels, but I'm starting to become a non-believer in Mike McDaniels. And I don't know where this team goes. He's obviously not going to get fired. That's not going to happen right now. But
Unless we lose out.
if you lose this week, then that narrative gets even louder, obviously, because you're playing a team that you have no reason, have no business losing to.
Yeah.
But they're going to try to play spoiler on us.
Of course. I mean,
everybody is.
They've got nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose. They're not playing for anything.
So.
They want to spoil our season and be the team, that continues to drive a narrative around the Dolphins. But it's just frustrating because you look at that game, right? it's like you don't drop that punt, right? You clean up some of those penalties. You convert in 4th and goal, 3rd and goal range. And it almost
1
feels
yard
like
line,
that
dude.
game goes in a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Just off a couple plays. I mean, you can look at the grand scheme. We were down the whole game, but it's because you stack all these mistakes, one on top of the other, over the other, over the other, and this team can't get out of its own way. That's the most frustrating part, because it's not like, it doesn't even feel like these teams are beating us.
No,
it's like
we're helping them.
We're
helping them.
beating ourselves.
Yeah,
That's the shit that fucking pisses me off, because
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how are we gonna be legit contenders if we can't just be the best version of ourselves ever?
Yeah.
Because injuries, you can't really blame injuries at this point.
Nope.
Yeah, no Chubb, no Phillips, okay, whatever. But I don't think that's like the big problem with this team right now.
Nope,
It's
not.
It's so many other glaring issues outside of personnel.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating because, yeah, I mean, we have a chance, but like you said, it doesn't feel great.
It's just a gut punch is
Yeah.
what it is. It's we're building that momentum, and then again it's the same narrative. It's the biggest game we've got.
Yeah.
It's prime time. Erase even the snow aspect of it. It's a big prime time opponent, an opponent who has a winning record, who is one of the top dogs in the NFC. It doesn't matter NFC, AFC, but whatever they were, and we just still can't do it. We just can't. We haven't been able to do it in the past 3 years, especially late in the year, and it's just gonna once again bite us in the ass, and it's gonna feel like we just wasted another year of this insanely good team.
Yeah.
Like this team is so good.
It doesn't help when you dig yourself in the hole like we did, when Tua went down. We're playing catch up the whole season now. And you can afford a loss here and there. Like you see some of these teams, like the Ravens, where they can maybe afford a loss here and there, and they have plenty of room, to get in. Whereas we're here playing catch up against teams that are playing really well, and that's the frustrating part, because it's like so much expectations were gone into this year, and when you're sitting at 2-6, it's like, oh my God, like how are we in the spot? I remember looking at the schedule in the beginning of the year and being like, bro, we could be 7-0 to start the year.
Oh yeah, we could have
6-1 because you play the Bills,
whatever.
whatever.
We could have been 6-1.
And it's just it's frustrating. I don't know what to do. I mean, obviously we're still in it, so every week, we root, obviously, but the moment we get eliminated, hypothetically, let's say, and hopefully it's later rather than sooner. I don't know what this team plays for at that point.
No, they don't. A bunch of guys are going to sit out, guys that either didn't get paid or are kind of playing through a few dings up here and there, and they're not going to play.
Yeah.
Like, we get eliminated in 2 weeks. It's like if we lose this game, like there's a chance that some guys don't even play.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I believe.
Because there's nothing to essentially play for, which sucks. Like, but.
Do you think it is like a Mike McDaniel's issue at this point?
I think he's absolutely a part of it. Do I think he's the only part of it? No.
Where would you say outside of him would be?
I think the team in general, and the way that some of the offseason decisions that were made, some of them have been amazing, right?
Right.
Calais Campbell's been amazing. Jonnu Smith has been insanely good. Signing Sealer, like we mentioned last week, he's a stud. Guys like Chop, right? They're looking, better and better each week.
Right.
But some of the decisions, I mean, the biggest one obviously is not bringing in a quarterback to back up Tua, because it essentially cost us 4 games. So that was sick. So you already set us back there.
Yeah.
McDaniels is a huge reason, right? And I think it's just the culture that he's building. Obviously he gets along really well with like a Tua and the offensive side, even with like a Reek and Waddle type. But it just seems like these guys, like you look at a coach like Mike Tomlin, right? And you look at the team that's put in front of him, they're just a bunch of tough guys, man.
Yeah.
And these guys, like, I'm not calling them soft necessarily because, like, in hindsight, they're really not soft, but they don't play the brand of football that some of these other teams do.
20 missed tackles.
Like, you know what I mean? Exactly, like 20 missed tackles. The Steelers are never going to have 20 missed tackles. You know what I mean? Like, they're a tough, hard-nosed defense, and our defense has been a huge issue. It's again, we beat up on the bad teams. We play really well and tough against those teams. But then when you go against the Packers or even the Bills, because the Bills was just a shootout, like it was, it's obviously it's harder for a reason, but this team just looks like I don't know, they just like don't Like they just don't.
There's something
Like,
missing.
there's something missing.
Yeah,
there's something wrong
missing.
with them.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the answer is. I think McDaniel's definitely a part of it. It could just it's I don't know, but you have to kind of look at the head coach and he has to take a lot of the blame.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Granted, he's not the one making a lot of these mistakes, right? Like the fumble, punt return, and things like that. But a lot of these penalties,
Yeah.
A lot of them fall on coaching. The undisciplinedness, the missed tackles is a thing that it's obviously on the players as well as much. But what's the defense doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like it could be scheme, it could be like. So it's hard to like blame one person, but it has to start at the top, and it starts with Mike. The fact that we can't convert on a 1 yardage ever
I know.
is
and
insane.
the play calling was suspicious in that window.
So he deserves a good amount of blame that he's getting. A lot of people are calling him out, and a lot of it's deserved at this point. And I like Mike too, but I just don't know if he's if he's the head coach material. Is he a better OC? I mean, he is an offensive genius. Like, we've seen it.
No,
we've seen what he does.
The
with
offense
this
is
team.
great.
The offense is still great, even with
specifically
having not a great game.
when Tua's on the field.
It's built for him.
Yeah.
It's perfect. But as a leader of men and the guy, I don't know, do people like when they post the post game clips, you hear him speech and then you hear Calais Campbell. It's like, dude, Calais isn't even the coach, and we'll run through a wall for this guy. And Mike, you're just there it's Mike, hey buddy, you know what I mean? I don't know. It could play a role. You look at some of the top coaches like Dan Campbell, tough guy.
Mike Tomlin,
tough guy.
Sean
Even the
McDermott.
Harbaughs, tough guys. Reed, tough guy. He looks like a walrus, but he's not. He's a fucking football guy. You know what I mean? Mike is just almost he's like a fun guy, and he's probably an awesome dude.
Which a lot of those same coaches you mentioned are that as well, because you hear the players talk about them, and they have a good time, but they get separate that laxed environment with turning up the switch when you need to. And I think Mike McDaniels has created that lax environment, but doesn't have that switch turned up, or doesn't get these guys to turn the switch up, because it feels like we've had. The last two coaches, we have the two polar opposites, right? We have the militant Brian Flores that had this team disciplined as hell and had this team physical and not making mistakes and all that, but couldn't run an offense, right? Then now you have Mike McDaniels, great offense, great system for Tua, revitalized Tua's career, all this amazing stuff, but not disciplined. Defense is a hit or miss, and it's like, why can't we have both? Why can't we have both?
I know. It's tough. It sucks, but it starts with him. And granted, I agree with you. I don't think he's going to be fired. He's not going to be fired.
I mean, we just gave him an extension
He'll
going
have,
into this year.
Exactly. Well, he'll at least have another year for sure. But it's all he's going to be on the hot seat.
And then it's going through another offseason of all these question marks. How do you fill these gaps? How do you bring in the right personnel? I mean, we wiped out our whole linebacking core from last year. And that hasn't really translated into much success.
No,
and then you brought in, you brought in Poyer. That hasn't translated into signings in the beginning of your luck. Okay, maybe this defense does change, and it hasn't.
It has not.
And then obviously you have free agents looming with Vaughn, and just the nature of Chubb.
Well,
Phillips coming off another injury.
Chubb is gone. I don't know if they're going to re-sign Vaughn.
Yeah.
The Calais obviously is gone.
Yeah.
I think Armstead is also gone. I think he's going to retire. He was almost retiring last year.
Right.
I would be shocked if he comes back.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because he's playing unreal. The O-line,
he had
honestly, he had a bad game. I will say that.
It was probably his worst game.
His worst game. But overall, throughout the season, he's been, obviously, he's throwing Armstead. He's a very good player. But I think he's gone. And then, obviously, you still got Tua. You still got Reek. You still got Waddle.
Yeah.
You got Jonnu. I would extend him tomorrow.
I would, 100%.
He's literally, I kid you not, he's
our best offensive player outside of Achane right now.
Insane. Yeah, and Achane. We still have Achane.
Yeah.
And then we're still gonna have Ramsey. We're still gonna have Sealer. We'll have some of these guys, but we're gonna have Fuller too.
Yeah.
We just need him to stay healthy because he's been great.
It's just a concussion.
They're
stacked
piling up.
Yeah.
And so who knows? But it could be a different look defense next year. So. But again, we're still in the season, and it just sucks that we have to already be talking like this.
No, I know. It does
going
suck.
into the season, by this week, I thought we'd be like, okay, we'd be still fighting for the AFC.
Yeah, we're fighting for an AFC.
My bet already. I woke up this morning down $100. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, oh, the Dolphins to win the AFC future is already dead. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
week 13.
I know. That hurts.
Like,
that hurts.
what?
Because the Bills just continue to own this division right now.
Dude, did you see the picture I sent?
Which one?
Look at this.
Oh, the graphic with the drink.
Oh, by the way, let's go, bro. Oh, wow, Njoku, 2 tutties.
Oh, all right, they're back in it. Let's go.
21-17. Look at this. The last 20 AFC East champs, starting in 2005. Patriots, 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 Dolphins. Patriots, 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 Patriots. Bills, 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 Bills.
And
That's insane.
And the 1 year that we won the division was the Matt Castle.
It was no. It was it was Pennington.
But I'm pretty sure. No, I know, but I'm pretty sure Brady got hurt that year.
Yeah. Brady did get hurt. Yeah.
So Matt Castle was a quarterback there.
Yeah.
Was it Matt Castle?
It was somebody like that. I think it was Castle. Because I think Castle, because, by the way, they were still fighting for the AFC. Like, we almost didn't even win that thing. So.
I think we just owned the tiebreaker on them. I think we actually finished with the same record that year as them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is insanity that you look at that and you're like, we haven't even won the division. And, you know, we've probably had the most talented team on paper in that era, you know, like of all those years. So it's infuriating, but let's get into some Jets predictions for this week.
Yeah, I'm worried about the Jets. To be honest.
am, me too.
I shouldn't because they're terrible.
No, they're
terrible.
terrible.
The only organization who is,
I know.
I mean, they are terrible.
Them and the Giants make me feel better about myself.
Yeah, I know. But at least the Giants have 2 Super Bowls. The Jets,
Yeah, true.
At least the Jets have a playoff win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but still, the Jets are in complete disarray.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, I mean, guy's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He needs to get out of town, dude.
Yeah.
He's done. But this is a game that we lose. Like, this is a
historically, this is a game that we would lose every single time.
Like, it's like, oh, you know, all
We're
right,
6.5
will this
point
team
favorites.
bounce back? Like, I don't know, man. I think we will beat them.
Are you picking the Jets as your dog of the week
No,
or something?
God, no. I think we still win. I still think we win. I think it's gonna be one of those games that I think we're gonna be like dominant, and it's gonna be the fourth quarter. And it's like, what the hell? Why are we only up 8? And like they're driving. It's like, what the hell? Like it's gonna be like one of those that we might just sweat for. I still think we win, but yeah. I mean, because the Jets on paper have a good team also. Like they're in a very similar spot as us in terms of.
They went all in on winning now.
Yeah, and they're way more in turmoil in terms of, you know, they already fired their coach, the GM, and the quarterback hate each other. Like they're in a different type of spiral.
That's a mess.
But they've got a lot of good players on that team. That defense
100%.
is so good. They've got weapons with Wilson and Adams. And
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, the team is so good. They're just a mess. And you know, I don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, they're
going to play spoiler. I mean, that's the reality of the fact.
Let's see if Rodgers even plays.
I think it's still too soon that he doesn't play. But I agree. I think he will sit out at one point. I don't think we see him in Week 18.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we'll see him this weekend, and they're going to come to spoil our season.
No, 100%. I mean, no team's technically, well, not no team. I think there probably will be somebody eliminated by the end of this week.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're really realistically only 2 games behind us.
Right, but
it's a long shot.
Yeah.
It's also still kind of a long shot for us, to be honest.
Yeah, so imagine how much of a long shot it is for them.
No, it's extra. But you know what I mean? But these guys will, I mean, they're playing to get paid, and you know, anybody can win any given week. So.
Absolutely. But not this week.
Yes, no. I still think we're gonna win. I still think we're gonna beat the Jets. I'm more worried about the Texans game than anything, but again, you can't overlook anybody at this point.
No. Every week is before this week, every week was a playoff week. Yeah. Now it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah, every week's a Super Bowl. Every week's a Super Bowl because we have no other option except to win out. Like
that's our only option.
No other option. It'd be nice to get some help today. If the Browns could win, we're kind of in the similar spot than we were. Mm-hmm. But like, imagine how much better of a spot we'd be in if we won. But hey, we didn't. So,
what's your score prediction?
I think it's going to be close. I'm going to go 24-21.
24-21. Yeah. I could feel that. I'm going to go 28-24.
Okay. 1-score games.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a 1-score game, but here we are. God, I'm terrified.
Pooch, you got a prediction back there? If you're there?
I can't even see him.
Oh, fuck. I don't even know, dude.
I don't know what to expect out of this week. I really don't.
I'm just going to keep it low. I'm going to say 21-10.
21-10? Damn, defense hoops. All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think so.
I guess we'll find out. Fuller coming back is a big help. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Especially with all how banged up
And
we
I
got.
also think that Rodgers might start sitting out. I don't think they're gonna.
I don't think it's this week though.
Yeah. I don't think we'll play him week 18. Who knows? We might not even be playing our starters that
Exactly.
week either. So.
Because we clinched.
Yeah. The Broncos just gone an absolute spiral, and they just don't win. They lose out.
That would be phenomenal.
We clinched in like 3 weeks.
That would be phenomenal. Hey man, anything can happen. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
bring some positivity to the pod here.
Oh,
Let's go.
I need it. I need something.
Come on. Come on. Come on. We're back. Hey. Hold on, give me something out there.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some
tough.
college football now. And yeah, I don't know where do you want to start with college football? It was another crazy week of college
Another
football.
crazy week. I want to touch on Pooch in a second.
And Pooch, you want to?
In a second. I want Pooch up here.
It's so cold back here.
Yeah, too bad. Get over here. But from our conversation from last week, officially Mike McIntyre has been let go.
Yes.
FIU did get a dub on Saturday. Great game. But he is no longer the head coach. Obviously, we wish Mac well. I mean, we had him on the pod again. He's a great guy. Just it was time. You know, we needed a change. You can't win 4 games 3 years in a row.
Yep.
So, you know, now the coaching search is on. You know, I'm hoping it's either Harris or Ponce, or those would be my top 2 choices. You know, Scott Foster would be pretty crazy, or Scott Frost. But I still think it's going to either be Tim Harris or Frank Ponce. But who knows? We'll find out. Hopefully by next week we have some announcements.
You think
It's
it'll
gotta be
happen that
fast,
quick?
'cause, I mean,
yeah.
the
you got to start
signing day. Yeah, signing day is going to be in a few weeks. So, and you got to see a lot of these guys. A bunch of our team hit the portal. Rivers, Keon, Patterson, Barnes. Like everyone's kind of our O line. You know what I mean? Like everyone's kind of in the portal.
You think they
kind of
would have
waiting
hit
to
the
see.
portal if Mac didn't get fired?
I think so. Some of them would have for sure.
I
Maybe
mean,
some
Rivers
stay,
for
but
sure. I would say.
Rivers.
I don't know
for
if
sure.
Keon would have.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
not. I don't know. I think he probably would have.
Where does a guy like Keon even end up?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, he played really well. It's like he actually I mean, first off, Eric Rivers broke every record in the
No,
book.
Rivers had a monster year.
But
Keon
Keon-
was just too up and down for me.
He
all
was.
year.
He was very up and down, and he obviously was dealing with some injuries.
Yeah.
Throughout the season, but you know, he was someone. I mean, his numbers.
No,
I mean,
his numbers
he's
were
some of the best
great,
in the
and he
conference, so
yeah. I mean, he was a reason why we
he'd
won
probably
the majority of those games.
He'd probably go to another like G5 program.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, but yeah, who knows? Depending on who we hire, I
Right.
think a lot of those guys will stay. But
True.
we won't know. Hopefully, we know soon. But like as of right now, it just happened yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's that, and hopefully we find out soon. I don't really have much after that, but yeah. Poochie!
Stay tuned. Is he coming?
Poochie, I can't see him. The lights are blinding.
I
Oh,
can't see-
Poochie,
I
why don't
see
you in front of
movement.
camera? Come on, Poochie. Come on, sit right here, buddy. Let's talk.
I'll sit here so I stay focused.
All right, Pooch. Talk to us about what happened Saturday.
Dude, like, I mean, I'm gonna keep it short. Like, it's just like what I told you guys in the chats. Like, we have the best offense possibly in college football and possibly in Miami Hurricanes history, and we decided to partner that with the worst defense in college football and possibly Miami Hurricanes history. I mean, this is the worst defense I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, you go from, I mean, the 2017 years where we were spanking on number 6 Notre Dame and we were, we're loaded. Even last year where we weren't that good, our defense was always like the ones that kept us in games.
Yeah.
And then this year was just the polar opposite of it. I mean, I told you guys beginning of it, our secondary was our biggest weakness, and was our biggest weakness. I mean, I think it's one of our most injured positions, and I mean, they just couldn't cover with a lick, and I mean, they just did whatever they wanted. I mean, we were up 21-0, and I told you guys, like, we have to score 70 points to win this football game, and they stopped us twice, and they were back in it. We gave a fumble,
Fumble 6.
scoop and score, and then it was downhill from there, bro. And I mean, and we scored at will. We did score at will, but it just wasn't enough to stop these guys. And credit to Syracuse, they had a good offense. I think they were, a top 5 offense in college football. I think their Kyle McCoy ended up leading the nation in passing yards in the regular season. So and we couldn't stop
Wow,
him. I mean,
he had more than Cam?
yeah, he had more than
Shit.
Cam
Yeah.
going into the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he had more than Cam going into the game, and he for sure finished with it. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
But I mean, just personnel-wise, and everyone's gonna talk about the coaching, the decisions. I mean, dude, like these guys were man to man, and they just manhandled. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw one of our it was a fade to the end zone, and our corner was just on the floor. He just tossed the corner off to the side and just caught the ball and just spit on him. I'm like, dude, what is this, bro? And then unfortunately, bro, they found a weakness in our freshman DB, and they picked on him
Yeah.
all night. Like anytime it was thrown his way, like it was a catch.
Yeah.
Contested, not contested, wide open. Like anytime it went his way, and they picked on him. And then when they wanted to run the ball, they did it. When they wanted to pass, and they couldn't stop us either. But they stopped us enough, and obviously
Exactly.
the fumble was
The difference
fumble
in
was
that
the
game.
game changer.
Yeah.
But I mean the fact that we had 2 stops, they had 2 stops on offense, and we were up 21-0, and that wasn't enough to give us enough of a cushion.
Yeah.
It was, it is what it is. Now we just, we're in we leave our hands in the committee. Rooting for SMU hard.
Yeah. Rooting.
Yeah.
You're rooting for SMU, and then if SMU wins, you're cooked. I mean, if Clemson wins, you're
Yeah,
cooked.
no, we're right now. I mean,
It's SMU.
we'll see where we are tomorrow. I mean, obviously we're recording this on Monday, so the rankings haven't come out yet. We'll
Right.
see where they put us come tomorrow. I will say the CFP was a little bit more generous. Last time we got upset, than the AP poll was. AP has us at 14, and last time they had us down there too, and the college football players had left us at 8. So
Yeah.
we'll see how generous they are. I mean, given that Syracuse, even though they're not ranked, I mean they're a 9-3 team.
Yeah.
And all of our upsets were close games. I mean,
I mean, technically, won't we necessarily pretty much know the decision based off the fact if when the college football playoff rankings come out tomorrow and Bama is below UM, hypothetically, that's them saying that UM will get in over Bama?
Yeah, because pretty much, I mean,
If-
Bama,
yeah.
Right?
because
Like,
Bama-
wouldn't that determine
if
that?
Miami's ranked 12 tomorrow,
And Bama's 13.
then it's all relying on Clemson or
right.
SMU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
So
committee has made their decision
Because I
at that
think,
point.
I mean, yeah, because I don't know.
I don't know how they would be able to flip.
Yeah, Clemson, if they win, you would think as the ACC championship would go in. They're not going to bump SMU out.
No.
So at that point, you'll kind of know. But if they put Bama ahead of Miami, it's over.
That tells you the
Yeah.
decision.
They'll
And,
just-
we'll
they'll put
see,
Bama
bro.
in.
Our hands are in them. And, we can only hope for the best. I mean, I hate to see the season end the way it is. I mean, I still think that, we can score on anybody. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of can we stop anybody enough times. I
Yeah.
mean, just give us 3 stops.
Here's what I'll tell you, because obviously we're kind of joking around here, but in actuality, like you said, I agree with you. The Miami offense is if not the best, one of the best offenses in college football. Cam Ward should absolutely be in the top 3 of the Heisman. He's not going to win it, but he has a case to win it.
Yeah.
And he's incredible. Like Cam Ward is insane. He's very good. So I want to ask you. Let's say they don't make the playoffs. So the season ends now. They go to whatever bowl game they go to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you consider it a failure of a season? With everything not going in, because you going in, you listen.
Yeah,
at the end
I
of the day, you
mean-
still won 10 games, right? Like it's a good season, but like with how the season played out, do you consider it a failure or do you consider it at least a step forward? Because the issue that I see for you answer in terms of the step forward part is I am worried of what you guys will be without Cam Ward next year.
No, 100%.
So it was like almost like if we can't win like this, like how will we win?
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'll go to you.
I mean, I would say I would have to call it fair because I said we have to win the ACC championship this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Because like SMU's first year in and they might win it. I mean,
Crazy.
it's just a luck of the draw depending
Yeah.
on they played I guess the weaker part of the ACC where we had to play some of the better teams. I think we played against 6 bowl eligible teams. I think SMU
Yeah.
didn't have to play. I think we play more ranked teams than they are. So I think in terms of the ACC play, I think we had a harder road. But I mean, yeah, it's a 10-2 season, but it's just a shame that we wasted,
Yeah.
possibly the greatest
Yeah.
QB. That
No, I mean, based off the fact that you guys don't win another ACC championship,
Yeah, I
that's
mean-
I think that's the
And then
epitome of
the
it.
messed up thing is like the only way we can find a quarterback better than Cam Ward would be someone that will come in and win the Heisman because
Yeah.
that's basically what it is. We have to find a Heisman winning quarterback to
Yeah.
replace him, and that's hard to bring up. I mean,
Yeah,
we
100%.
it's like I said, I definitely hope that the season doesn't end like this. I think it's too good of a team to end like this. I think
Yeah.
we're if we still make it into the CFP and we make a run, maybe my decision will change. But
Yeah.
before obviously since this is Monday, it's not Tuesday yet. We don't
Yeah,
know
we'll
about the
find out- we'll
rankings.
find out
As of
tomorrow.
right now, given if we don't make it in, then
Then it's a failure.
It's a failure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though with 10 wins, which is so
I know.
fucked up to say 10 wins.
know,
Teams
I know.
will die to have 10 wins.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you had it.
Yeah, I'd
It
kill
was
you for
right
10
there.
wins.
It was right, yeah. It was right there. It was on our fingertips. And bro,
I was gonna rip you if you didn't say it was a failure because what was it like 4 weeks ago? You said that you guys had a 75% chance.
That is true. That is true.
of winning.
GT.
Some are saying that you jinxed them.
75% to 40.
Look at Georgia Tech, man. Georgia Tech almost took game.
No,
Georgia.
listen.
was
Listen,
Well, yeah,
here's
that was
what I
the
will
best thing
say.
that could have happened to you
Yeah.
because that proved
Yeah.
that Georgia Tech is a good team.
100%. Here's what I'll say.
They
I
should have won that game.
I
They
do
had a bunch
think.
of chances.
No, I think that they
Yeah.
missed a penalty there that they should have given it to them. Like,
Who?
Oh,
the
Georgia Tech
target-
could have won that
like,
game.
The
They
targeting
could
on
have.
the fumble.
Don't talk to me about targeting calls
Yeah,
and winning
true.
games.
Then you can call it Kyle game
Yeah,
a
yeah.
loss for you too, because.
Okay.
But
No, bless
oh
you.
God, thank you. All right, here's what I'll say. Where I do believe Miami should be in the playoff over a Bama or an Ole Miss, purely based on
How about A&M?
10-2,
Or not,
or in South Carolina too.
in
I
South
think that should
Carolina,
be
yeah.
over all three of them, just because one, they're 10-2. Two, yeah, like the strength of schedule, like in terms of like the SEC, ACC, but in terms of who you guys beat, your losses aren't as bad as the
Right.
Bama
I agree.
losses or
Bama
Ole
won
Miss.
1-4 against bowl eligible teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So they
the
lost.
ESPN posted the graphic today.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like, okay, bro, are you just like teasing us now? Like,
Probably.
Your
yeah.
your losses are better, but your wins are worse.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
exactly. That's a good way to put it. Because I mean, your losses to a 9-3 Syracuse on the road, and a 7-win GT team, but a
I think
GT
they won
team.
eight. I think they won 8.
No, they lost to Georgia. I think
Oh,
that
that
was
would've
yeah,
been
I think that would have been.
Yeah, that would have been.
But they took Georgia to 8 overtimes. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's on the road. Like you guys being on the road, they did that at Georgia, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I
Insanity.
do think if Clemson doesn't win, they should put Miami in. I don't know if they're going to do that, but I think they should. But I don't know. Like the Bama love and the SEC love is just,
I mean,
it might be
there's
too
gonna be
strong.
like what 6 or 7, 8 SEC teams in there. Like
It's going to be Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee, right? I think those are the three.
Yeah, those are the three.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
And
so
that's-
Bama would be the
so
fourth.
Bama would be the fourth.
Well, given that's if Texas A&M, and if Texas A&M wins, then they'll have to put Texas A&M in, right?
No, but Texas A&M didn't make it.
Oh, that's right.
It's
wins.
Georgia,
yeah,
Texas.
yeah.
So they're both in. Georgia, Texas
Yeah, both
is in.
them. Both of them are in.
Georgia and Texas are both in. Tennessee's in because they don't play anybody this week.
Right.
So and they're what 10-1 or 10-2.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna jump Tennessee.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to whether the
Oh,
committee
we're-
puts you or
yeah,
Bama, and then if Clemson wins,
Yeah, if Clemson wins,
it's
then-
over because they're not gonna bump out SMU.
No.
And I guess they'll have to put in like 15 seed Clemson.
They might.
No, they won't bump
But
SMU
they
because
won't-
they're not
they
going to
won't
penalize them
bump-
for losing
yeah.
the ACC
They won't bump
Yeah.
them out and keep you in. Like they won't do that.
They're dying to put South Carolina in. I feel.
I don't know. I think they're dying to put Bama in. They're dying to put Bama in.
Well, I mean, how would South Carolina even get in? It would
Well,
just be a decision based off the fact that they
thing-
want to put them
yeah.
in over
The thing
Bama
with-
and
the thing with
UM.
South Carolina, the issue with South
That was
Carolina
crazy.
is that they
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, when he touched, was crazy.
Yeah, South Carolina lost to Bama and Ole Miss. That's their biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
Outside of the third, because if
Exactly.
those were their only two losses, they'd be in.
Oh yeah.
But they're not because they had a third loss to someone random.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they're 6-0 and they've beat a bunch of really good teams.
Yeah.
It's gonna screw them that they lost to Bama and Ole Miss. So I think South Carolina's out of it. It's between Ole Miss, Bama, and Miami.
Yeah.
And I don't know if
The other
they're
argument
gonna
I saw
put
was
it.
that Bama's losses, like they got kind of blown out.
They
like,
did.
their losses.
They got rocked by Oklahoma. Vandy was, I guess, semi-close, but
It was
like still
what, like a 10, 14-point game.
I think it was a 2-possession game.
was it 10? It was maybe 10. And then who's their third loss was
I mean, Georgia, against
Tennessee was the
I mean,
one-score
GT,
game.
Yeah.
again.
bro. We had our
Yeah,
guy had the ball in his hands, and
Yeah.
you texted me like, "Hey, I think your guys are gonna win."
I
this."
thought so too, honestly. And I
It's
thought
so crazy.
I thought you guys were gonna win it this game too until Cristobal kicked the field goal, which I did not agree
They lost by
with.
5 to Vandy.
Yeah, they also by 5 to Vandy.
Yeah, I know,
It's
everyone-
Oklahoma's the one that got blown out by.
Everyone's gonna talk about that goal, the field goal, and I'm like, I get it because dude, it's 4
Yeah.
minutes. You have all your timeouts.
I know, but the defense is so bad.
I
Like,
know.
you go with how the defense has played this year, this game, terrible.
The thing is,
How
like,
they've played all season, terrible. And the thing is, all the field goal does is sure, like you can win with a touchdown, but you still have to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
So you might as well try to tie the game right there on the 9-yard line, granted, it's not like it's the 2 or 3,
And then we'll kill
but
the
like your
players.
offense is so good.
We got an unnecessary roughness that pushed us
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
not even talk about that. I still don't know why. I mean, I know who it is, and I'm not gonna call him out because he's been good. But like he has been like, I think he leads the team. I think he might be the only person on the team that gets unnecessary roughness penalties at least once a game, and he knows who he is. And everyone that's talking that knows the young guy knows who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we were back. I thought Cristobal had this guy in shape. Obviously not.
No.
I mean, it is what it is, dude.
Hey,
We're
just say an extra
Now
prayer
it's just
tonight.
you just gotta wait to see how it plays out.
Say an extra
but,
prayer tonight.
Yeah.
Look, whatever it is, man. Like it was a great season. It was a fun season. I mean, I witnessed one of the. I mean, possibly the #1 pick in the NFL draft. I hope Cam Ward has a great NFL career because he is gonna. I mean, he's gonna be.
He's gonna be a top 5
He's gonna be
pick.
starting on.
He'll either be on the Raiders or the Giants.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
essentially.
He's gonna be starting next year in the NFL, and I can't wait to see him play. But yeah, man, it was just it's so sad that we couldn't even put together a halfway decent defense, and we're undefeated. We're in the AFC Championship. Like, we'd be unstoppable.
Yeah,
we would. Like I said, I'm not even asking for a good defense. If we had a good defense, we'd be the #1 team in the country.
Yeah.
But a halfway decent.
It's crazy because your D-line is so good. Your D-line is good. Like
our secondary doesn't even.
Secondary is so bad.
They can't lock up anybody.
It's so bad.
Our D-line is so good that they can't even get pressure because the ball's getting out in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I do. It's not like people.
I would stop talking because you right now talking is making me, as like if I was on the committee, be like, I can't put UM in. Their defense is terrible.
I know. So it is what it is, bro.
I wonder how much they take in. Like, does the offense outweigh the defense? Does the defense outweigh the offense? I don't know.
It's just,
I think it's gonna be.
And winning 2 of your last 3 is not good either.
Yeah, no, losing 2 of the last 3.
Because that means you're like not on the you're not on the other side of the curve.
I mean, we'll see, bro.
We'll see.
And playing with fire against Virginia
It's
Tech.
all right, man. We'll see you at the New York.
It's
Liberty
for sure
Bowl.
Bama, buddy. I'm sorry.
At the Liberty Bowl.
It's for sure Bama. Would you go to the bowl game?
Fuck no.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, he's no way he plays the bowl game.
That's so true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, we might have seen his last game in a Miami Hurricane uniform. I hope it's not, and I don't think it will. I think that this is a team of destiny. I think we'll see.
Team of Destiny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We come on and then freaking Ed Reed suits up, Warren Sapp suits up.
Oh my
Back,
God.
baby.
All right. Well, I think we touched on majority of the playoff stuff, so we can get into picks for college football.
Yep, let's do it.
Straight conference champions, right?
Yeah, straight conference championship. So, Dave, you want to lead it off?
I already got my picks.
I know.
I've got my picks here.
You're locked.
All right, I'm going with Arizona State -2.5. I really like that team. I think they're playing Iowa State.
They're playing great.
They're playing really good. I like their head coach. That's a fun offense, and yeah, I'm gonna keep them riding the wave, and I think they're gonna get into the college football playoffs, which would be really cool. I've got Penn State +3.5 and money line against Oregon. I think this could be the Oregon trap of the last, essentially I think they're the last undefeated team standing, and they're gonna have to play their first Big Ten championship. Penn State has looked pretty consistent all year. In terms of like they're a good team, but like maybe they're not that great, but again, nobody's really looked that great. So I think this is a game that Penn State can win. I think their defense is really good and it's really physical. Their offense is kind of more worrisome, but I want to see what Drew Aller can do. I think they can beat Oregon. So I'm going to take Penn State +3.5 and money line. I'm going to take Army +6 against Tulane. Now I know you're on Oregon, but listen, at the end of the day, like Oregon is the best team in the country. You can tell Vaughn. Yeah, you can tell Vaughn. I'm going with Army +6 against Tulane. Tulane, this is kind of trappy in terms of Tulane just lost, and like they're just like it can be a bounce back, it can be terrible. I'm just gonna ride with the servicemen, and I think they've been playing too well this year. That outside of that Notre Dame game, I think they can possibly even win this game. To be honest, but I'm gonna take +6. I'm going to take the over 58.5 in the Boise UNLV game. I think, I mean, both really good offenses. Boise has a pretty good defense too, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a high-flying shootout in that game, and I think J&T is going to rush for 400 yards and 17 touchdowns.
Break the record.
So, yep. I'm going to ride Texas -2.5. I'm going to hook them with Texas. I think it's a revenge spot against Georgia. Obviously, their one loss this year is to Georgia, and Georgia's coming off an 8 overtime win, and Carson Beck is one drive will look like the Heisman, and then the next drive will look like me. So like, I have no idea what Carson Beck. I'm just gonna bet Texas here. I think that Texas is one of the second best team in my opinion in the country, and then I'm gonna take Clemson money line. As much as I was telling Pooch here, I was like, Pooch. I think that I think Clemson's gonna win. I think Clemson is. They haven't really shown it and really have no reason for me to prove it, but they just, like, it's the ACC championship. It just screams Clemson pulling out a win against the first-timer SMU.
Yeah, exactly. Dabo's experience, really.
Yeah, I think it's big game experience coming to play. And listen, they got a good roster. I mean, they're one of the few teams that just didn't go in the transfer portal. But the guys that stayed there committed to Dabo, they're committed to the system. So I think Clemson, after an insane, weirdly year for them, I think they're going to somehow come out on top with the ACC, which is insane.
That is.
So those are my 7 plays, technically, for this weekend.
All right.
Before we continue, this is the last week we're doing college football. In terms of the contest, where we stand right now is Andre 47%, me 48%. Pooch 51%. So right now it's coming down to the wire. So, all right.
Big week.
Yeah, big week. All right, Dre, go for it.
All right, let's start.
And I feel like we're already going to be on the opposite on a couple of them.
On a couple.
Great.
Yeah.
So,
It'll shake things up. If I had a lead, I would have just taken all the same picks you did.
That's what Pooch is probably going to do now.
Yeah.
You just gave him the idea.
No, you can't do that. It's a rule.
Yeah, but then Andre ends up winning somehow.
No, that would be fucked up. No, we couldn't allow that either way. But it would be a great strategy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take Boise State to cover the -4.
Okay.
We're going to take Army, but we're not taking them to cover. We're going to take them to win.
Army money line.
I don't know why I dabbed you up. I thought you were taking them to win. I take my dab back. He's like, I'm going to support the Army men. Oh, he's like, you're taking them to win.
Now I have to root.
Yeah, I'm just taking them to cover.
Now I have to root against them to win. I need them to lose by 5.
So, let's take them to win. And then there's a couple games that I'm struggling with. The Clemson-SMU game, the Iowa State-Arizona State game, and the Georgia-Texas game. So let me marinate on that a little bit more. Give me Oregon money line, covering the 3.5.
So you want -3? Oh, I'm just going to give you -3.5.
Yeah, give me -3.5. Let them cover that. And then we got to go with Texas. Hook them.
All right.
I agree with a lot of the same points that you made.
Yeah.
That 8 OT game is tough, and I think Texas has got a revenge written all over this, so let's take them. And then these two are going to be the ones that are going to determine this.
Because you should just go opposite.
I got to go opposite.
You have to.
So give me Iowa State, and give me...
Oh, you're going to go SMU?
Give me SMU, Clemson under.
All right, what's the line?
56.5.
6.5, Clemson, SMU. Okay.
And then I probably should have to make one more pick.
You have 6. You have 6 right now.
Yeah.
I have 7 because I added Penn State money line.
Okay. Give me the over in the Texas-Georgia game.
What's it, like 56.5 or something?
49.5.
49.5. Ooh.
Don't. Don't.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that should do it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No one wants to take the, what is it?
With the over in points, like team points or something?
No. There's another game. It's Ohio versus Miami, Ohio, and Marshall versus Louisiana. I think we should just blind bet these. All
Who
right,
is it?
Do you want Ohio or Miami of Ohio? The Ohio rivalry.
Give me Miami, Ohio, baby. MIA, baby.
All right, I'm gonna take Ohio. You have the real UM -2.5. I have Ohio +2.5.
Let's go.
Okay, and then Marshall and Louisiana.
Give me Marshall.
All right, so you're gonna get Marshall +5.5. And I'm going to take, I don't like this, I hate this line. ULM -5.
It's going to come down to those games, isn't it?
I know. All right, Pooch, hit us.
Army money money line.
All right.
Texas -2.5.
All right. So Georgia's winning this fucking game because we're all in Texas.
SMU money line.
Okay, Poochie.
That's an emotional pick.
So was mine.
Yeah, I know.
I want to make this pick, but it's risky.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
UNLV is gonna spoil Boise State's season.
Wow.
Whoa.
UNLV money line.
Don't hate that.
I don't hate that either, to be honest.
It's gonna spoil Boise State's season.
Boise's out if they lose?
Yeah, UNLV would take their spot.
Oh, wow.
Because UNLV, I think right now is like 17 or 16. Tomorrow they'll probably be like 15, and then they'll just take Boise's spot probably.
What other teams actually technically have a chance to get in?
That's pretty much it. It's the winner of this game and the winner of the
How
Big
about
12.
Iowa State and Arizona State?
The winner of that game will goes.
Of that game also gets in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Oregon -3.5. That's it for me.
Oregon -3.5.
That's it?
Oh, gee, what do you mean that's it for
What do you
you?
mean?
That's it.
No, you got to pick the slate.
Yeah, we
We
picked.
do the whole slate.
You don't
Oh,
have
wait,
to
we missed one. We missed one game.
We did?
All right.
Well, you don't
Western
have to do those games, but you have to do all the big
Yeah.
conference games.
Okay, let me
All right.
then I'll take.
This guy was about to pick
ASU
three picks.
-2.
Oh, of course, it's picking ASU -2. This guy.
I think that's it. Right, that was
Those are the
what I was missing
six.
from the big ones.
Those are the 6, yeah. Okay.
And then you need a points pick.
Western Kentucky and
He needs a points pick, right?
yeah, you know what? I like that. And it has to be. All right, I got you. I'm gonna pick you have to pick. All right, you have to pick the over/under in the Miami-Ohio game. It's over/under 44 and a
I
half.
like that.
Watch that be the reason he loses.
Over. Let me get the over.
Yeah, I would
All right.
pick the over there too.
The over.
That's low.
That's it.
Okay. The last game that we missed is
They're going to
Western,
score 44 points total
Western
in that
Kentucky versus Jacksonville State.
game. Give me Jacksonville State.
All right. I actually wanted Western Kentucky, so let's cook.
Let's go.
Western
I don't know if
Kentucky
it's
plus
on that game,
4.5.
No, you're good.
I mean, only if you had balls, Pooch.
Give me Jacksonville State.
Jack State minus 4.5. All right. All right. All right. Let's read the slate. I've got ASU -2.5, Penn State +3.5, and money line. Army +6, over in the Boise UNLV game. Texas -2, Clemson money line. Ohio +2.5, ULM -5, and Western Kentucky +4.5. Andre's Boise State -4, Army money line. Oregon -3.5, Texas -2.5, Iowa State +2.5. The under in the Clemson SMU game, the over in the Texas Georgia game, the real UM -2.5, Marshall +5, Jacksonville State -4.5. Pooch, Army money line, Texas -2.5, SMU money line, UNLV money line, Oregon -3.5, ASU -2.5, and over 44.5 UM Ohio. All right, what a slate.
That is going to make it
That's-
interesting.
That's gonna be a slate and a half. Oh my goodness. The Broncos just converted a 93-yard touchdown on their 7-yard line.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
Wasn't Bo Nix.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jameis is about to come back and light it right back
I
up
know,
the
and
field.
he's gonna kick me out of the fantasy playoffs in the league.
Huh?
He needs a toss with a Jerry Judy.
That's fine. Judy's eating right now. Oh, he's going to keep getting fed.
What quarters and third quarters?
By the way, real quick, going back to some of the Dolphins things that just hit my head right now. How come every team can get away with mediocre quarterback play but us?
Because we haven't had mediocre quarterback play. Our quarterback play's good. It's just the fact that
Yeah, but
Oh,
Herbert, and I'm not using Herbert to make a Herbert to a comparison at all. But Herbert won a game this
You
week
want me to tell you
throwing
why?
for 160 yards
'cause they're-
and no
it's
touchdowns.
because Harbaugh's completely
Yeah.
changed that defense. They play hard now. They're one of the
crazy,
best
bro.
defenses in the league. They went from one of the worst defenses to one of the best. With the same guys.
infuriating,
The
bro.
same guys, by the way.
And Mahomes is another one. He's not even hooping, and they're going there and they're 11-1.
They're just the luckiest team.
No, I know. There's black magic on that team.
Patriots. They're
Oh,
the
they sold
they're the
their-
Pats,
someone
dude.
sold their-
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the Pats.
That's
It was Travis Kelce.
100%.
Voodoo magic.
Yeah.
Infuriating.
Yeah.
Sorry.
For sure.
Sorry to go back there.
No, you're
Good
good.
vibes,
We
good
gotta
vibes,
go.
good
We'll go.
vibes, good
We'll go
vibes.
NFL. We'll go NFL.
All right, yeah. NFL.
I don't know. I don't know.
like
how
the
I like this
NFL.
slate. All right, go, Dre.
You got picks?
Yeah, I got it.
You want to go? You lead it.
I'll go first.
Pooch, go.
My first pick, Minnesota -5.
Okay, Vikings -5.
Jacksonville money line.
Jags money line. Okay.
Who the hell do they play?
Play Tennessee.
Ah,
Uh,
really? Well, I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna take Carolina to cover against Philly.
Okay. What, they're like plus 12.5?
Yeah.
You're riding on my Carolina bandwagon, I see. I see what you're doing.
Bryce Young's playing really well.
I know. And they're giving these outlandish spreads that they've been covering. Fuck, we're all going to take that, aren't we?
I'm going to take the Chargers plus 4.
Disgusting. What type of Dolphin fan are you?
Yeah.
I just want them to beat Buffalo. Oh, no, excuse me,
No.
Kansas City.
We don't want them. We need Kansas City to
Yeah,
win.
we need him to.
We need Kansas City minus 4.
No. Well, no, you can take the Chargers.
I'll take him.
The
You can
Chargers,
take him to cover.
No,
You
but
can
the
take him to
Chargers
cover.
can lose by 3. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Chargers cover, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
And then I'll go straight to my dog of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if we want them to win though.
What?
I love this pick for my dog. The Raiders money line.
Yeah, we don't care about the Raiders.
Okay, Raiders money line to beat the Bucks.
I like that play.
I don't
as well,
I don't
by
hate
the
that
way.
pick at all. I think that was actually going to be one of my options.
Yeah.
Because,
That's it for me.
All right. Dre.
all right. You ready for this slate?
Oh my God! Hit me.
Give me Detroit covering 3.5 against the Packers.
All right. Oh, wait, hold on. Lions minus 3.5.
Wait, Dave, how much am I down in NFL?
Yeah, you are. But I'll check. I'll check out. We got a long enough time that even with this week, you should be able to compete.
Yeah.
I'll find it after though.
We got. There's so much that can happen in the NFL picks. All right. Give me Falcons. Actually, you know what? Save the Falcons. They're my dog of the week.
Okay.
Yeah. And then give me Panthers to cover the 12.5. Give me Titans money line. Trevor Lawrence is not playing. So, yeah, give me them.
Mac Jones kind of hooped.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
Played a little good at the Titans. Ass.
Give me. I thought I had more, but maybe I don't have more.
Yeah. What a slate. 3 teams.
Give me the Raiders to cover against the Bucks.
What is it?
-7.
Plus 7.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you minus 7.
Don't give me -7. And no, I guess that's it.
Oh, and then Falcons money line.
Yeah, Falcons money line, dog of the week.
Well, you guys are cowards. I've got first play. Dolphins minus 6.5.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that was just locked already in there.
All right. I'll add Dolphins.
Yeah,
to everyone.
Dolphins is in there every week.
I'm gonna also join you on Titans. I don't like the Jags this week. I'm sorry, Poochie.
Just got a text. Jameis is fucking cooking.
Dude,
There you
70-yard touchdown to Jerry
I just
Jeudy.
I just called that. I just called that.
Yeah, literally 70-yard touchdown right now.
Rewind the tape. I literally just called Jameis.
I can't.
No, I know, but I just called that right now. That's crazy.
All right, so I'm going with the Titans as well. I'm going. Oh, what just happened in my games?
Uh-oh.
I just need a Nick Chubb touchdown and a Bo Nix anytime to hit my
Jesus Christ.
Was
Oh, and they went for 2.
it the Nick Chubb?
No, it's a Judy. All right, so give me the Cardinals minus 3 as a revenge spot.
I thought about that one. I didn't love it. I wasn't
Cardinals
feeling
minus 3. I don't love it either, but okay. Give me the Rams plus 4.
God.
And give me the Bears as my dog of the week. Ugly, but give it to me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Bears dog of the week. All right.
Can I hit one dog this fucking season? Jesus Christ.
All righty. Well,
Kirk has got to bounce back from that
all right.
performance. That's why he went that way.
Final reads.
And it's going to against Minnesota. It's not
Final
the really
reads.
great week.
NFL. Everyone, I'm giving Dolphins minus 6.5. I'm on Titans money line. Cardinals minus 3. Rams plus 4. Bears money line. Lions minus 3.5. Panthers plus 12.5. Titans money line. Raiders plus 7. Falcons money line. Vikings minus 5. Jags money line. Panthers plus 12.5. Chargers plus 4. Raiders money line.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
And we went 50% on our slate.
We did.
So,
yeah,
hey,
literally 50%.
Our credibility,
16 for 16.
our credibility is still
Or
alive.
16 And 16.
Because we said if we went under 50%, we were gonna someone was gonna have to hold us accountable now. But
Yeah, you
we're
can't do
still
anything.
around.
Can't do shit anymore.
we're still around. All right, good episode today, gents. I think that's it. Hopefully, the Dolphins can give us something to hold on to for the rest of the
Big
season.
college football championship weekend. So.
Got a shootout here with the Browns and
We need
and
the
Broncos
Browns, we
right
need the
now.
Browns.
So
By the way, Browns, me and Pooch's dog of the week. So
is it really
yeah,
interesting?
yeah.
So I like the Finns more, so it's all good.
Yeah. You've got a lot of catching up with the dogs anyway.
Oh, we're gonna have to start picking 2 dogs a week.
Yeah.
Just to
Another
make up some
dog.
ground. Not this week. Next week. If I don't hit this week, it's gonna start stocking.
Just do all dogs of the week. Just pile them up.
All right. Well, that does it for today. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys on the next one.
Peace.